I would like to thank everyone for tuning in to these Michigan 2010 videos. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I did in preparing them. It sure was a lot of work, but I enjoyed every minute. This part is mostly of odds and ends that I wanted to share with you. I would like to thank my good friend Pete Michael for his photographs and for his companionship on this trip. It sure was a lot of fun, and we hope to do it again in the future. This is the Conley Ford Bridge, located in Indiana. This is one of 8 bridges that we did in this county, which boasts 31 bridges total. Maybe we can get to the rest of them later. Nice bridge, still working, still allows vehicle traffic in the middle of a cornfield, which most of these bridges were. Overall, a good bridge. This is Neat Bridge, located about 10 miles downstream from the previous bridge we looked at. This bridge is closed to vehicle traffic, foot traffic only. We really like this bridge with the windows on the side and the view it gave us to take photographs. Kind of unusual. This will give you some idea as to the construction of these bridges. Most of them were similar to this. The architecture was old hat, but very stable and lasted a long time. Pete was waiting on these girls to get a photograph. They was jumping off this walkway that led out to the lighthouse we just photographed. We're little shy girls. They were trying to get their nerve up so that Pete could take their picture. There she goes. Great job, Pete. We really enjoyed this stop. The Mayberry Cafe. The food was great. The reruns of the Andy Griffith Show were wonderful. We really had a great time and we were glad we stopped. Now this was interesting. Sunflowers everywhere. I mean acres and acres of sunflowers. It was so unusual we pulled off the side of the road just to get these photographs. Very unusual. We really enjoyed this one. Now this was unusual. We stopped and took a tour of these two ships, both retired ships. First up was the Coast Guard cutter Acacia, also known as the Ace of the Lakes. The owner of this ship took us through and showed us how these people lived on this Coast Guard cutter. I'm sure this was really a breaker, a nice breaker for the ships. It was very interesting, and our host was very knowledgeable. We really had a great time, both on the Coast Guard ship and the next ship that you'll see here, which is called the SS City of Milwaukee. Very unusual, never heard of this, but they use these ships in the railroad industry to move boxcars, 37 at a time, from Michigan to Wisconsin. They did this so that they wouldn't have to go through Chicago. There she is. That's the city of Milwaukee. They didn't want to go through the city of Chicago because trains were known to disappear. And the railroad industry didn't like it when their trains disappeared. This ship also carried passengers. You could book passage on this ship for a little of nothing because the ship was going there anyway. Kind of reminded us of the Titanic. But it was very accommodating. These ships served from the early 1900s to about 1925, and their day was over. Very interesting.